Hello everyone and welcome us back to the YouTube channel today with a brand new series called Camp America Why. I am here with my first guest and one of my colleagues, I'll say, back in 2024 at Camp America, Camp Awosting that we both went to. So, welcome James, if you'd like to introduce yourself and what your role at camp was.
Yeah, hey, yeah. The name's James. I was a ropes counselor at Camp Awosting, and I worked alongside Adam. It was a really good experience, man.
Well, it's amazing to see you again. Like we just said before we even start recording this, it's been 2 years since we've spoken. Well,
Yeah,
yeah, well, seen each other actually. So,
yeah.
main thing is James. Obviously, back in well, it would have been like late 2023 when you were deciding about camp.
Mm.
Why did you choose Camp America? Why did you choose to venture into that path?
Okay, so for me, I was just finishing up high school and I was looking for something to do. So for me, I wanted to go kind of explore a little bit. So I thought, why not go and do something big like Camp America? Because I
Yeah,
heard from it from a friend of mine who happened to do it the previous year. They went to, I think it was like West Virginia, I'm pretty sure they went to. So they did it somewhere completely different. They brought it up to me and I thought it was a good idea. So I put my name in for like a wee like radio thing.
yeah.
Basically, it's a wee radio competition, and quite literally, don't ask me how. I ended up winning it. I ended up winning it. Don't ask how. I just did. But after that, I was like, yeah, okay, I gotta go. So tons of like interview stuff, and yeah, one thing led to another, and then I was pretty much on a plane.
And what? Obviously, you said you want a radio show, but why? What what was it about Awosting that made you go, okay, that's the one that I want to be at?
Okay, no trouble. So for me, I kind of had to do a little bit of research on different camps and stuff to do. The main thing was location for me. So I have family that's in Rye, so that's roundabout Connecticut.
Yeah.
So I thought, why not look for camps around that area? And upon looking at that, one of the big ones that kept popping up was Awosting. A lot of the time it kept popping up, and I thought, all right, I'll take a wee look into this. Looked into it, and after viewing the location and on top of that, seeing its amazing reviews, frankly, I decided, yeah, I'd give it a go. And after getting interviewed at like the big, basically it's like a big, how do you describe it? Like a jobs fair thing. It was like a jobs
Oh,
fair thing
yeah,
in
yeah.
Glasgow. But yeah, after meeting with a couple of the members from Chinquica, they pretty much just signed me up when I first saw them.
Was Josh there when you went for the interview?
It wasn't Josh, it was, oh, what was her name?
Zoe?
Yeah, Zoe. It was Zoe.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So Chinqueca is the people you interviewed with originally, and obviously, because obviously the boy camp is Awosting.
Yeah. So
Oh,
they
wow.
introduced me to Awosting and things like that, and it was, well, pretty much set in stone afterwards.
Yeah. And what made you do ropes?
Okay, for me, ropes was mainly because I've done tons of climbing stuff before.
Yeah.
So I've always been massively into climbing. Even when I was a kid, I did tons of like ropes courses, I did climbing walls, I did all sorts. So I thought it was in my interests and it just worked for me. And plus, it means I'd get an extra skill set by going out and actually learning how to work those sort of things.
Yeah. That makes sense. Was there anything else you would have wanted to have done now being at Waston? Like,
Yeah.
obviously I did archery. Did anything else jump out at you?
Actually, yeah. So what ended up jumping out to me was thanks to remember Matthew Eagles?
Oh, yes, in art.
Yeah.
Musically.
So
Art.
if
Yeah, yeah, art,
anything,
yeah. Yeah.
yeah, you're right. But if anything, if I could go back and do it again, I would love to try and put my hat in the ring for the art. I would love to do that because I've got now even more art qualifications and things as well, and I've just found a massive love for it.
Oh, amazing. That'd be cool. So moving away from that, there's been loads of memories and we've met loads of people in our time in 2024. What were some of your highlights? What's some of the things you look fondly back on?
Okay, so for me, a couple of the smaller things, like if even if we're just talking on-site activities, when we
Yeah.
did canoe war, I remember
Oh,
that
yes.
really fondly. That was
Yeah.
great because we had like a cowboy theme, if I'm not wrong.
It
It was a
was, yes.
cowboy.
Yeah.
Yep. and that was great. The preparation for it was absolutely amazing because we had tons of everyone coming together to go and build for this big, massive on-camp event, and it was an actual blast. Top of that, just celebrating the boys and everything. It was great.
Oh, it was
But
phenomenal. It was one of the best experiences of that year.
oh, easily. And
Yeah.
plus, even just the smaller things, like we used to have like a wee running team, and obviously we just run around the lake and things like that. Obviously,
Oh,
I
did you
think
go
you're
with
aware of that.
Benji?
Yeah, that was the one with Benji. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I used to do that with him as often as I could, and it was great, and it helped build my stamina because my stamina was not there at all because it was not there.
No, but Benji was, oh, he was mad about his running.
Oh, he was mad about it. He was
In a good way,
on
obviously.
ball with it all the time. Basically, if you weren't there, it didn't matter. He was gone.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Anything else that jumps out at you from camp?
Some of the smaller stuff, even just getting to use like some of the different like equipment areas, because I got along well with pretty much most of the counselors there. So I got to use bits of the wood workshop,
Yeah.
and on top of that, I even got to use the martial arts room when is it Matt? Matthew? Was it? No, it was Joe.
Um,
Joe. Sorry,
Joe.
Joe.
Yeah, Joe. Should know
Because
you. You're the Scottish guy.
yeah, but yeah, I know. I haven't spoke to him in ages, but
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
since I got along with Joe, he let me use the room as much as I wanted to, as long as I cleaned up after myself, and
Yeah.
he never had a problem with it. So good we at the end of the night sesh was quite fun.
Oh, amazing. And outside of camp, obviously, did you did you go to New York or anything during your
Yeah,
time?
actually, one of my days off, just because of the days off thing, because a couple of us couldn't really go out because obviously we were all split apart.
Yeah.
I ended up going to New York on my own for a little bit, and that was
All
actually
right.
ended up being quite good. Yeah, so I asked a couple. Names are kind of leaving me at the moment, but it was do you remember the girl that was in the med bit? She was like the medical
Oh,
girl,
Kyra. Kyra.
Kyra. You know her boyfriend,
Josh.
or no? Yeah, Josh. But
Now
yeah,
husband and
yeah, her
father.
husband. Yeah. Oh, they actually got married. That's awesome. Okay,
Yeah, they've
but
got a
yeah.
baby as well.
Oh, did they? Oh, wow. Okay.
Wait,
Oh, I
they've
completely missed
definitely got a
that.
kid. I don't know if they're married. They've got a kid, definitely.
Yeah, I need to catch up then. But yeah, because 'cause he dropped us off at the train station. It was me and one other guy who's a kitchen member of the kitchen staff, and we both went off to New York, but we went and did our separate things.
Okay. Um, and obviously, there's a lot of people we went to camp with. Was there any people, you've mentioned a couple of people, but was there any people you were closer with? Any people, have you kept in touch with anybody?
Yeah, well, obviously I've mentioned Matthew, so
Yeah.
Matthew Eagles, who's from New Zealand, but I've kept in touch with him since we left camp. I've tried to keep in touch with a couple other people, but it's just obviously time zones and things like that that
Yeah,
make it a bit
yeah,
harder.
it's
But
crazy, yeah.
I've tried to keep in touch with Marcy, tried to keep in touch with her,
Yeah.
as well as I tried keeping in touch with David Rice. I actually went to his
Oh,
21st when we came back.
oh wow.
Yeah, so did that and trying to think of anything else. I tried to keep in touch with Benji, but the man's busy, so he's busy.
Oh yeah, he still hasn't read my message. He is hard to get hold of.
Oh, yeah, I know. Same here, man. Same here.
Yeah, he is. I think he's the hardest person to get hold of out of everyone from camp. I think I've reached out to, I think I've got like 30 odd people who got back to
Hmm.
me. But he is, it's like he's on a different planet, that
Yeah,
man.
he's gone. Stan. Oh, I also kept quite in good touch with Konsu as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've managed to keep just little tidbits. But yeah, so I've kept in touch with a good few people anyway.
Oh, amazing. And on the topic of obviously people, have you had any thought about, since 2024 going back to camp?
Actually, I thought about going into camp again, because I've been keeping in touch with Matthew. We've both been talking about coming back at one point. We were
Oh,
kind of looking at maybe 2028, maybe possibly coming back.
nice.
Because we're both in the middle of our exam season, so obviously I'm in college now and he's at uni. But
Yeah.
we're both looking at after we're done with everything to come back to camp if Awosting will have us, pretty much.
Yeah, well, from what I know this year, they're bringing back a few more people from our year. I think
Mm,
Alberto's going back, Joaquin's going back again, George is coming back because
mm.
he didn't go back last year. So they are bringing back more people. John's going back this year, I think.
Oh wow, fair
So
play.
yeah, yeah, it'd be amazing if you go back because I mean I'm going out to visit, but I don't think I'll return. Josh has asked me every year, but
Mm, fair
um,
play.
so but life happens.
Yeah,
So
literally, it's just that, man.
yeah,
In my case, it's just obviously college, work, that kind of thing. But I'm definitely going to be setting my sights on 2028. I'll have to get more in touch with Josh and see what he thinks.
that'd be amazing. I think you'd have to have anybody back. You know, it's such a good community of people, and Kylie's back now full time, isn't she, with Aaron?
Hi, Kylie and Aaron, right?
Yeah, they're directors now. So
Oh, cool.
well, with Josh, like
Yeah,
co.
yeah.
Yeah,
So obviously there was a whole thing where they had to leave a little early, which was a shame. But
yeah.
it's good to see that they're going to be back.
Oh, amazing. And obviously having Albie back and their daughter as well to finish camp.
Fair
So,
play.
obviously there's a lot we do at camp and there's a lot of activities and memories. What did you take away from camp? Like, what were the main, yeah, what were your takeaways?
Okay, so some of the smaller takeaways were for me because I just come off the back of high school and I wasn't really, I was kind of on a bit of a low ball at that point. It was kind of a bit of a long story, but the main bit of it was I kind of needed to find a bit of a voice for myself, mate. I'm not gonna lie. But just a smaller thing that I got to take away from it was I learned to actually just speak for myself, man.
Yeah.
I massively got to learn how to speak for myself and found my own voice a little bit, and it actually helped me in the long run overall. So that's a small takeaway for me is that it helped me communicate, and on top of that, just learn a bit more about myself in the process by doing it.
Yeah, no, I think that's a recurring thing because I was the same. You know, I know we're different in age, but it doesn't matter how old you are because
Exactly.
Camp America gives you the opportunity, all the campfires we did and all that sort of stuff. It, it was so amazing to come away and know that you've learned so much about yourself, even though it was only 4 months of our lives.
Mm,
I learned so much, and I mean, I went back into like a leadership role when I came back, which I wouldn't have done before Camp America. So that was very good
mm.
for me, especially. And knowing that you've learned to find your voice from Camp America, what has that done for you now in your actual life?
For me, what it's actually managed to help me do was some things I wouldn't think to straight away. So when I went to college, I ended up going straight for class rep and things like that.
Oh wow.
So did that, got that, pretty much nailed it on the spot. I got two different jobs in the process. So I got to work in retail, still
Yeah.
working in retail, but managed to actually get to the point where I can actually speak effectively to customers as well as people.
Yeah.
And on top of that, it just massively helped me when it came to going out and actually doing things. You know what I mean? Going out planning, doing fun stuff effectively. Things I didn't think I was going to be able to do, but ended up meaning I could do it in the long run.
That's
Figured that
amazing.
out.
Yeah, no. I'm glad to hear that. That's amazing.
Hmm.
And what is this is going to be like, it's not a negative, but what was one thing you didn't enjoy about your experience at camp?
Yeah, I mean, the only main thing I could think of, because Awosting was pretty great overall, but it was, see, our days off system where it was
Yeah.
kind of, you kind of basically put your hat in the, basically put your name in a hat and see who you got.
Yes, unless you're certain people who got put together because of couples or friendships.
Yeah, because for me it ended up being I got put with a group of people that didn't really want to go out and do anything.
Mm.
So it basically meant that if I wanted to go out and do anything, I was on my own pretty much.
Who was on your day off?
It was like
Did you have Vike and stuff?
Jackson. It was Jackson. It was what was his name?
Oh,
Viham or
Vike. Yeah, Vike.
Vi yeah,
Fencing.
Vike
Yeah.
and Aries. I think Aries. I might have been one other person. I think he was a member of the cooking team, but I didn't really speak to him.
Oh, right. Yeah.
So for me, I didn't really have anyone to go speak to, and it was just kind of my days off work either spent on camp or, again, as I said, went to New York on my own pretty much.
That was good though. At least you didn't just stick around and not do anything. At least took advantage of having New York on our doorstep. I say,
Exactly.
I say doorstep.
Honestly, the only thing I wish I could have had was just basically had a couple people that go around and do things with, pretty much.
Yeah, it's such a difficult thing though, isn't it? Because when you first start, you don't know everyone straight away, and then you get
Ah,
chucked on a random day, and then the hope is that you get on, not get on with everybody, but you do stuff with everybody. But
exactly. Yeah.
I mean, I had Reese and Freddie and stuff, and I didn't start hanging out with them properly until
Like
like
like the
right,
first second month, I'd say you kind of took a little bit of a shine to them.
yeah, they're great people, but it's just it was a I think it was like Jay, Freddie, Reese. It was just a mixed bag. They were all English. I think I had all English people on my day off,
Yeah.
which is good. But like
Yeah.
you want to mix with like the Spanish lads and stuff because they were all on
No,
their
that's
same
fair.
day. But
Nah,
that was
that's fair,
good.
man.
Yeah. Um, and did anything shock you or surprise you about when you first come to camp or you finish camp, and what shocked you while you were there that you didn't expect?
See, when we say shock, are we talking like a good shock or bad shock kind of thing?
Yeah, it depends what you think see as the shock. Like bad and good.
Okay, so if we're talking a shock, for me it was massively because I hadn't been to the States before. I'd say
Yeah,
for me it might have been a bit of culture shock for me because
yeah,
I came obviously you see things on telly, you watch movies, you get an idea of what America's like in your head, but you don't actually it's not the same as being there in real life.
yeah,
So for me, I guess a good shock would be that when you're actually there, you get out almost like a rush because you're like, oh my God, I'm here.
yeah,
Like you don't always think about being there, but you're there.
yeah. I
And
know
on
what you
top of that,
mean.
you've got so
Yeah,
much at your doorstep. It's not just like because obviously in the UK, for talking sake, it's a smaller place, but there's a lot to do here.
yeah.
But in the US, you've got pretty much like 100 times that.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the issue with Connecticut though. Like New York was amazing. There was so much to do, but
Oh yeah,
Connecticut it was so hard to get around. That was my
yeah,
only annoyance place.
yeah. It was that and just the travel around the area. So I guess that's the second bit of the shock was just how far everything was apart.
Yeah.
Because obviously, where we were at Camp Awosting, it's near Morris, but near Morris is still a stretch because it's like a 30-minute walk.
Oh, yeah.
Probably longer than that, if anything.
Yeah, it was. We had loads of bears. Did you
Yeah,
ever see a
and
bear,
there's
by the way?
yeah. Do you not remember the one with Aries?
Oh, you saw. Yeah, you were there with Aries when you saw that one, weren't you?
Yeah, just Aries going into the cabin. It's just the bear walking behind them.
Oh, yeah. He was so oblivious to
He
that.
didn't even know it was there. He said, I remember him saying he thought it was just someone else. He thought it was someone just walking around.
You'd still turn around at some point, though, wouldn't you?
He just didn't think about it, I guess. He must have just heard it and go, ah, it's probably someone. Just kept going. He didn't even look back.
Such a casual guy.
I have that video on my phone as well. It's brilliant.
I remember you must have shown it me when we were at camp, but oh my God, like, but again, he's been there how many years? He's from Connecticut, isn't he? So he's probably just used to
Yeah,
anything.
it's a bit like if you live in Florida, you'd probably be used to seeing alligators and crocodiles.
But if I saw a fucking alligator crawling behind me, I'd be like, run.
Yeah, a little, yeah, obviously for us, but for them, they're just like, oh, go away. They're just
Yeah,
like, go
just
away.
yeet.
Yeah,
And what do you think of Connecticut in general, like as the place?
I really did like Connecticut. Obviously, Connecticut itself is it's a quiet area, I'd say. I'd say it's a more
Yeah,
quiet state than any, but even though it's quiet, it's still a really relaxing place to be. Because obviously the scenery, generally the people around, they're all very chill pretty much.
yeah. No, I agree.
So
I loved it.
yeah, because it was just that and the fact that, you actually just got to relax when you were at camp because you weren't you weren't on edge. Sure,
No,
there's obviously like bears and things like that, but that's few and far between. Like you never really saw them except for like one or two.
yeah, and I think they were off site in no time, weren't they? By the time you'd seen one, they'd gone.
Yeah, and on top of that, they don't really bother with you because it's only really black bears around there.
Yeah, luckily. If there was any grizzly bears, we'd be fucked.
Yeah, we'd be screwed. It'd be like
Um,
it'd be like a scene from Cocaine Bear or something like that.
oh, where it's trying to claw up the tree and just.
Yeah.
Oh God, that is it's a really stupid film, but a really fun film at the same
Oh,
time.
it's really funny. It's so funny.
Just a bear high on cocaine.
Yeah, literally, that's just all it is.
Yeah. It's a true story, isn't it?
Yeah, it's supposedly a true story, but obviously, I'm gonna take it with a massive grain of salt because obviously there's gonna be bits in there that didn't happen, I imagine. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't say for sure.
No, exactly. And you've said to go back to Camp of Wastin, but like, have you got no plans in the next year? Is it definitely 2028 you're actually eyeing up?
For me, because obviously I've got my plans with college and everything else. So my plan is I'm going to be staying on for HNC at the moment.
Okay.
So working towards basically working towards a certificate. But basically the plan is right after I finish that, I'm then gonna look at going to camp pretty much.
Right.
So for me, it's basically kind of like my high school plans almost, just a bit later on almost.
No, that makes
Because I
sense.
pretty
Yeah.
much did the same thing. So I'm doing the exact same thing.
I'd say a Wastin doesn't become an option. Would you go to another camp?
Yeah, I would be looking to do a different camp if push came to shove, but yeah, I would love to go back.
Nice. That's good. I'm glad you've got it in your plans.
Thank
Um,
you.
and I've got one last question.
Yeah,
So obviously, the main focus of camp going back, sorry, the main focus of camp is you do your camp, you've got your spare time and all that sort of thing. Is there anything you wanted to do or experience that you just weren't able to do or it didn't fit in or you just, yeah,
I'd say the main thing for me was I massively missed out on like after camp stuff. So for me, right after camp finished, I pretty much had a week before I had to go home.
yeah, you left slightly earlier, didn't
Yeah,
you?
I had to leave slightly early, but it's mainly just because college was starting and I was
Mm.
needing to come back for that. But if I was to come back and do it again, I would want to go and actually travel a bit
Yeah.
because I didn't get to do that with people. I ended up obviously, as you said yourself, I had to leave early because besides just seeing a bit of family for just under a week, I only had a certain period of time to actually come back to home to actually go to college as well.
Yeah, you left us in the shit, and I'm joking. I'm joking. Because you were in my cabin in the last
Yeah.
one, so
Yeah, actually, yeah, I forgot we were in the same cabin at the very end.
yeah, it was me, you, and Giovanni.
Giovanni. Oh, yeah, I forgot about Giovanni.
Yeah, well, I'm joking.
Yeah, I'll be honest, obviously, I haven't spoke to him at all. Have you heard anything about him?
I texted him about doing this.
Hmm.
Did he get back to me? That's the question, isn't it? Giovanni.
Because he did podcasting, right?
Yes, I mean, not much podcasting went on. No, he's not. He's not ready.
Nah.
He posts all the time, so he's active. Um, but Giovanni's one of those people I only really got fully along with right at the end. He came out of his shell right at the end.
Yeah, because no, so, but didn't he have to leave midway through camp and then came back, if I'm not wrong?
No, Luke left halfway through.
Hmm.
I don't
No,
think
no,
Giovanni.
no, Giovanni left for a little bit because podcasting, I remember,
Oh,
was shut.
he did, didn't he?
Yeah, was it not something about like around his home there was like a crisis going on or something like that? I remember something along those lines.
Yeah, you might be right, actually. I mean, I didn't really speak to him much. Again, it was only at the end he was a bit more
Like
lively.
vocal, yeah, because he was quite reserved.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when he first came to camp and he appeared out of nowhere. Like everyone was getting dropped off, and then I saw him and I'm like, "Who this guy?" And then
Yeah,
obviously I met
I
him.
think it was the same for me. I just kind of was like, "Hi."
Yeah, he appeared out of nowhere. I'm like, "What?"
Yeah, you just
Uh,
watched the van. You just watched like a car come in. You're like, "Who?"
yeah, he just stood there like, "Oh, you."
Yeah.
But yeah, it was so good camp,
Hmm.
and I've always I mean after 2024, I think I gave Josh too much hope. I said I'd be back near enough every single year, but again, life
It,
happens.
but yeah, that's just life, man. You can only do so much at the end of the day.
No, and I'm happy with where I am now. Like, I've got a girlfriend now, and I'm focused with her, and that's what our plans are forward. So
Fair
Camp America's in
play.
the past.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. But like I said, I'm going out this summer because I'm seeing George, Joaquin, Josh,
Mm,
Konsu, I think's going out again. I think Ellie's
mm.
going out as well. So there's a few familiar faces.
Oh, fair play. Is
Yeah.
there going to be new faces in that group or?
Yeah. Last year, the Kylie and Aaron brought like 12 people from, Make a Build, their company.
Mm,
Uh,
yeah.
there's so, you know how our year there was loads of, well, Scottish, English, all of us.
Yeah.
Last year, there was like a million people from New Zealand and Australia. And then you had the odd Spanish dropped in there with Diego and Mark,
Mm.
Ellie. Um,
Oh,
I think
Jack. Oh, did Jack Oak end up coming back?
Jack came back, Lois came back, Joaquin. Joaquin was meant to finish last year, but he came back again this
Mm,
year. But he's coming back.
right.
Yeah, I think a couple. Who else returned last year? I don't know actually. I don't actually know because Josh and Kyra didn't go back because they had a child. But yeah, I don't actually know. I don't think many. I don't think many originals are originals.
Hmm.
Oh, yeah,
I again, it's as you said, it's just life happened. That's going to be why
yeah,
most of us, well, a few of us couldn't come back. At least that's my reason for not coming back in the last couple of years.
yeah. It's like everything, though, isn't it? Like you think you're in the moment, you're at camp, you think this could be something that you do every single summer, but then you
Yeah.
come home and reality hits, and you go, well, one, it's not a massive amount of money that you earn. It's enough, for what you do. The
Yeah, it's
experience is
enough to
phenomenal.
reimburse you, but it's like a reimbursement plus like maybe 200 extra dollars, something like that.
Yeah,
So realistically, it's like you're barely making what you would make at home.
exactly. And also, when you get back home, you can't just get a job, get to summer, go back to camp, come back, get a job. You'd get stuck in that awful cycle of. Josh is lucky because he's director, so obviously he's got a proper wage. So that's how
Aye.
we.
Well, if
So
you've got like an admin job there, and it's
yeah,
easy enough to just kind of continue on. But obviously, for just the counselors at the least, you obviously have to pay for your flights there, first of all.
yeah.
You need to do all your medical things, you need to do all your background checks, and that costs a good chunk of money.
Oh, it
So
does.
it's actually just finding the time to actually work it back effectively.
Yeah, and that's why I'd say for anyone that goes out, say that does it for 1 year, you've got to forget about. If you want to do it year on year, money and stuff comes part of it. But if you go for 1 year, it's the experience. That's the
Mhm.
main thing. So it's just separating those two in your mind.
Yeah, because as much as you probably would want to do it every odd year, you have to think about the financial thing. You have to think about
Exactly.
financial.
And that's what I said to Josh every time he asked me. I was like, trust me, I'd love to. I'd go in a heartbeat, but it's not realistic.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same for me. Obviously, I'll get in touch with him and see what he thinks for 2028. But obviously, I can't do it every year because you know with the prices of everything going up, man. And on top
Yeah,
of that, the fact that we all have other things we want to do. Much as we all love Camp America, realistically, we can't do that every year and get to do other trips. That's like your big
exactly.
trip of the year, pretty much.
It is, and it takes up a third of your year as well. Because you say you do
Exactly.
post camp, pre camp, and post camp, it takes about 4 months. So it's
Exactly.
just being realistic. But obviously, there's so much that comes from it, like memories, experience, and it's helped me in my jobs. So and it'll help you as well,
Exactly.
obviously.
And
Uh,
plus, if you do it reoccurringly, obviously that means your CV is going to look magical.
oh yeah, absolutely. That's why Josh would probably sell to anybody because he's probably done Camp of Awosting for about 9 years. 9 years?
Probably
Something like that.
something along those lines, maybe
Yeah,
longer.
he's done it for a while.
He's
So
done it for 1 or 2 years, 1 or 2.
yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, that's it, James. I have no more questions. I appreciate you coming on and sitting down with me.
Yeah, no trouble at all, man.
And when I put it live, I'll send you a link. And yeah, thank you again.
Yeah, no trouble at all. It was lovely to speak to you again.
Nice one, James. Take care, and I'll catch up soon with you.
Yeah, catch up soon with you, man.
All the best.